Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Giants are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Redskins team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing here, Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is their third drive right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now Wentz. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On the run, Darkwa. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
18 yards there and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a... He will score! Touchdown, Giants! Carson Wentz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Pirine. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Again, here's Pirine. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Washington. Joshua Dobbs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first is Wentz. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Wentz to throw on second down. Able to find Floyd. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Three yards to go on second down. On play action, it's Dobbs. And that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Dobbs to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Giants. 62 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run. So now a little soul searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now Darkwa. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Orleans Darkwa with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. 38.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Wentz now on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And his kick is good. And that will do it. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
So
this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Darkwa. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 2nd and 10 here. To throw, it's Wentz. And he fires one incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run again with Pirine. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it here with Pirine. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a carry for Pirine. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Bellamy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st down, Wentz forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Josh Doxson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be knocked down sideways. New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. There they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Out to the left, it's complete to Doxson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and That's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And to give this time to the tailback. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They start on the ground with Pirine, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the shotgun, here's Downs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, Downs to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. second down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Dobbs is throwing. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Yeah.
Because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Quick throw here, that's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Smith. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Space to run past the 20. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. To throw is Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Smith. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This fielded at the 2. A beautiful fake. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Now Pirine. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.